To all, my name is Lavanya, lecturer in English, Giriraj Government College. So today's my topic is activize and the passivize for the second year for the third semester students. So today's my topic is activize and the passivize for the second year students and the third semester. So what are the activize and passivize? What is the differences between the activize and the passivize? Already the students, you have learned from your 10th class itself what are the activize and the passivize and what is the differences between the activize and the passivize. So activize and passivize when the word or the sentences is in the activize, so you have to write into the passivize, right? How you have to turn into the passivize and how you have to write in the passivize. Activize is changes into the passivize. When you are changed to the activize into the passivize, so then there are the rules to follow from the activize to the passivize. So what are the rules? Yes. So what are the rules? Activize and passivize are also takes a part in the grammar part. So what are the activize and what is the passivize? Differences between the activize and the passivize. Right? So nothing but from the 10th class itself we are learning that the activize and also the passivize. So activize and passivize are related to the tenses. Present tense, past tense and the future tense. Activize and passivize are used, right, or takes the part in the tense, takes with the part in the tenses. Present tense, past tense and the future tense, right? So when you change into the activize to the passivize some sentences, whatever the sentences you will take that sentences you have to change into the activize into the passivize and passivize into the activize. In some situations, sometimes in the examination, in some situations in the examination, he or she will give that not only to change the activize to the passivize, also you have to change in the passivize to the activize also. So how you will change? What the help, what the process to change into the activize to the passivize and to change into the passivize to the activize. So when we have to change into the activize to the passivize the sentences, so then we have to take the help of the tenses like present tense, past tense and the future tense. So already students, you know that what is the present tense. Present tense is now, present. Suppose for example, I am taking the class now, right? Lavanya madam taking the English class now, or Lavanya madam continuing the English class now. So now it is a present, it is going on, present continuous, right? So what is the past? Past, it has completed, right? I have completed my lunch. I have taken my lunch. So completed, it is completed. I have taken my lunch. So it is completed. And next come to the future tense. What is the future tense? Future tense is the future. In the future, what is going to happen? Imagination, our imagination. So that causes in the future, right? So in the future, suppose I have to go to the college today at 3 o'clock. I have to go to the shopping mall today at 3 o'clock or at the evening. I have to go walk at the evening. So in the future, so imagination or a plan, whatever the plan we will do in our daily life, so that imagination and the plan, it comes under the future tense, right? I will become a doctor. right? So in the future, you are imagining that your goal is that to become the doctor, right? Yeah. So that comes under the future tense. Activize and the passivize are nothing but the activize when you have to change into the passivize. So then the activize when you have to change into the passivize. So then you have to take the help of the you have to take the help of the tenses. So what are the tenses? Tenses, present tense, past tense and the future tense. Present tense, now what you are doing, right? I am taking the class now. I am explaining about the activize and passivize now. Lavanya madam taking the class. So that comes under the present tense, right? So that the baby is crying. That comes under the present tense. The children are watching TV, watching movie. So present tense. Presently what we are doing, that comes under the present. So next, past tense. Past tense is completed. We went to Hyderabad yesterday. We went to movie yesterday. We went to village yesterday. So past, it has completed. I have completed my breakfast. So completed. That comes under the past tense. And now come to the future tense. What is the future tense? Future tense is whatever the plan you do in your life or whatever it may in a day, right? Or imagination. Yeah, I will become a doctor. In the future, it is imagination and it is a goal for you or for somebody to become a doctor, right? So that is imagination. They are imagining that, yeah, he or she will become a doctor or lawyer or police or teacher, whatever it may be, right? Yeah. So that comes under the future tense. So here the activize and the passivize are also linked with the tenses. Tenses, right? Present tense, past tense and also the future tense. Yes. So now we are going to see the activize. First of all, activize and the passivize, the two mixed. I have written the definition here. Activize means that a sentence has a subject that acts upon its verb. Passivize means that a subject is recipient of a verb action. So I think you have understood that activize means, what is the activize? Activize means a sentence has a subject and that acts upon the verb. But the passivize, it doesn't have a subject, but it has a subject also, but it is a recipient of a verb action. So the passivize will work as the verb action. What is the verb action? So then the subject will act. But in the activize, the sentences which are subject that acts upon its verbs. Yes, you may have learned that the passivize is weak and incorrect, but it isn't that simple. When used correctly and in moderation, the passivize is fine. So you have to moderate. We have to moderation to the activize to the passivize. We have to make activize to the passivize. So then it is fine. The voice is fine. In English grammar, verbs have 5 properties now. What are they? Voice, tense, person, and number. In English grammar, verbs have 5 fingers, 5 properties, right? What are they? First one, voice. Second one, tense. Third one, person. And the fourth one is the number. So here we are concerned with voice. The two grammatical voices are active and passive voice. Yes, so another voice is the active and the passive voice. So here the voice, tense, person, number, active and passive voice. The two grammatical voices are the active and the passive voice, right? What are the active voice? Active voice means that a subject, that is sentences, is a subject that acts upon its verb. Passive voice means that a subject is a recipient of a verb, is weak and incorrect. But it isn't that simple. When used correctly and in moderation, right? Passive voice is not correct, right? Passive voice is, the sentences of passive voice is not correct. But when you moderate that, when you rewrite that, the passive voice is also fine. The passive voice is also becomes correct. Yes? In English grammar, verbs have the 5 properties. Verb, voice, tense, person and number, and active and the passive. So yeah, now come to the active voice, right? Yeah, active voice. What is the active voice? When the subject of a sentence performs the verb's action, we say that the sentence is in the active voice. When the subject of a sentence performs the verb's action, when the subject of a sentence performs the verb's action, we say that the sentence is in the active voice. So how you have to recognize the active voice and the passive voice means the active voice when the subject is performs as the verb action, right? The subject is only performs the verb action, not the verb will perform the verb action, but the subject will perform as the verb action. We say that the sentence is in the active voice. We say that the sentences is in the active voice. Sentences is in the active voice have a strong, direct, clear tone. Yeah, I already told that. Sentences is in the active voice has the direct and clear tone. It directly completes the sentences. It directly gives the meaningful sentences, not depending on the other, in any other. It itself completes the action. It itself completes the sentences, and it gives the strong direction and also the clear tone, clear cut. So here are some short and straightforward. So here I have written the examples, ma. So see here, what are those examples, right? I make a cake. Clear cut. I make a cake. So strong and the direct and the meaningful sentences and the completed sentences, right? I make a cake. Yes. And the second example, reporters write news reports. Reporters, what the reporters do? Reporters write news reporters, right? So, past tense, present tense and also the future tense. In these examples, I have taken one example and I have written them. Okay, ma? Right. Michael is breaking a brownie. Michael is breaking a brownie. So, Michael is breaking a brownie, present tense, right? He is doing now. Michael is breaking. Michael is breaked a brownie. Breaked. So, it is completed. He has breaked, right? Michael is breaking a brownie. Comes under the present tense. Yes. And the next one. The company will hire new workers. This is also in the past tense. The company will hire, this is in the future tense. Here he had delivered the letters. He had delivered the letters. Completed. He has delivered the letters. He has completed. The work has completed his work. What is his work? Delivered. Delivering the letter. So he had delivered. So it is completed. Means it comes under the past tense. Right? It comes under the past tense. So it comes under the past tense. Yes. He had delivered the letters. It comes under the past tense. So the next one, the company will hire new workers. The company will hire new workers. Right? So the company will hire new workers means it comes under the future tense. Right? The company will hire the new workers. So it is in the future tense, and it is a it is a plan in the future tense. What they have to do, the plan. Yes. Next one, she has to deliver the letters. She has to deliver the letters. Infinitive, right? Infinitive, it is infinitive. She has to deliver the letters. Yeah, it is a verb. She has that. She has to deliver the letters. It is not in the past tense. It is not in the present tense. It is not in the future tense. She has to deliver the letters. It is in the infinitive. Yes. And the next one, she must deliver the letters. It is a modifier. Modify. You have to modify compulsory. She must deliver the letters means you have to do compulsory this work. Yes. It comes under the modifier. Yes. It comes under the. Good afternoon to all. My name is Lavanya, lecturer in English, Giriraj Government College, Nizamabad. So today's topic is the activize and the passivize. So what are the activize and what are the passivize? Right? Activize are changed into the passivize. So how they will change into the passivize to the activize and activize to the passivize. Sometimes in the examinations also they will ask to change into the passivize to the activize. Passivize you have to change into the activize. So some regularly in the examinations the activize will change into the passivize, right? So now you are learning this from your 10th class itself, the grammar part, that is the activize and the passivize. So no change in that mark, same as it is, whatever you have learned in the 10th class, so same the topic of the activize and the passivize, right? So here today we are going to learn the activize and the passivize, how you have to change into the activize to the passivize and passivize to the activize. The sentences are changes into the activize to the passivize and the passivize to the activize. So what is the main role? What is the main important takes place in the activize and the passivize is subject and the verb. Yes. So the main the main topic and the main role, main role takes in the activize and the passivize is verb and also the subject. These two will help to change into the activize to the passivize or the passivize to the activize. Right? So activize and passivize are nothing but it takes the help of the tenses. It takes the help of the tenses. So what are the tenses? Already you know that what are the tenses because you are learning from your basic itself the tenses. Past tense, present tense and also the continuous. Past tense, present tense and the future tense. So these three are used in the active and the passivize. Right? So how you are used into the activize and the passivize? The tenses. How means when the activize a word is there, a sentence is there. When in the activize you have to change into the passivize. So then you have to see that the sentences is in the present tense or in the past tense or in the future tense. Right? You have to see that. Yes. So now you are going to see the activize and the passivize, right? Yeah. Come, we have to see that. Activize means that a sentence is a subject that acts upon its verb. Activize is that a sentence is a subject that acts upon a verb. Passivize means that a subject is a recipient of verb action and that is recipient action of a verb. You may have learned that the passive voice is weak and incorrect, but it isn't that simple. When used correctly and in moderation, the passive voice is fine. So, when you moderate, when you recorrect, when you rewrite the sentences, the active voice into the passive voice, so then the passive voice is correct. Right? So, here in English grammar, verbs have 5 properties now. What are they? Voice, tense, person, number, and active voice and passive voice. 5 properties are there in the verb, that are the voice, tense, person, number, active voice and the passive voice. So 5. Right? So now going to see the active voice. When the subject of a sentence performs the verb's action. When the subject of a sentence perform the verb's action, we say that the sentence is in the active voice. Then we say that the sentence is in the active voice. When the subject of a sentence performs the verb, when the subject of a sentence performs the verb's action, we say that the sentences is in the active voice. Sentences is in the active voice have a strong, direct and clear tone or the clear cut. Right? Sentences in the active voice is completes itself. Right? It completes itself and it gives the meaningful sentences and it gives the straightforward sentences. Right? That comes under the active voice. When the subject of the sentences performs the verb action, we say that the sentences is in the active voice. Now look at the examples now. I have written here some more examples that are the present tense and the past tense and the future tense also. So first example, I make a cake. First example, I make a cake. Right? I make a cake. Present tense. Right? I make a cake. Direct and clear cut, that is what you are doing. I make a cake. Yes? Are you perfect in making a cake? Yeah, I make a cake. Strong, clear cut in one sentence. Completed itself. Yes? And the second example, reporters write news reports. Reporters write news reports. So it is in the present tense. Reporters write news reports. What the reporters work? So that is a continued work of the reporters, that reporters write news reports. So that comes under the present tense, it's compulsory. Yes? And come to the third example, Michael is breaking a brownie. So Michael is breaking a brownie. Yes, breaking. It is also is in the present tense. Now, in the present he is breaking. You are seeing that Michael is breaking a brownie. What the Michael is doing? Michael is breaking a brownie. Yes, present tense. In the present tense. Yeah. So the next one, he had delivered the letter. He had delivered the letter. So his work has completed. He himself, his work has completed. What is his work? He had delivered the letters. Right, ma'am? Yeah. Next, come to the company will hire new workers. So it is in the future tense. Yeah, the company may be or may not be. That comes under the future tense, right? The company will hire new workers, maybe or may not be. Yes, ma'am? Right, that comes under the future tense. So, next one, she has to deliver the letters. She has to deliver the letters. So, it is in the infinitive. Infinitive means she has to deliver the letters. The work is in the pending. The work is in the pending. She has to deliver the letters. So she has a work that she has to deliver the letters. Yes. Next, last one, she must deliver the letters. It is compulsory, mandatory. Compulsory, you have to do that work. She must deliver the letters. Suppose Lavanya is taking the class. Right, I am taking the class, I am continuing the class, English class. Lavanya madam is taking the English class. So it is also comes under the present tense. Right, yeah, my class is at 1 o'clock or my class is at 3 o'clock. It is in the future tense. You are going to take the class and you are planned to take the class in the future. Right, suppose we went to Hyderabad yesterday. So past tense, completed. We went to Hyderabad yesterday. We went to shopping mall yesterday. We went to movie yesterday. We went to hotel yesterday. Or we are going to hotel to take a dinner. We are going to hotel to take a dinner. We are means you are going to in the future, right? Not in the present time or not in the past time. In the future, you are going to hotel on the day itself. On the day itself, for the lunch or for the dinner, you are going to. It means you have planned that, right? You have planned that today evening you have to go to the hotel to dinner, to take the dinner, right? So that is also comes under the future tense. Next, come to the passive voice now. Passive voice. A sentence is in the passive voice on the other hand when the subject is acted on by verb. Right? So here the passive voice is when the sentences is in the other hand. So the sentences is in the other hand. The passive voice is always, the passive voice is acted on the verb, acted by the verb. The passive voice is always constructed with a conjugated form of to be plus the verb past participle. Doing this usually generated a preposition as well as the sounds much more complicated. Right? What is the passive voice? Passive voice is a sentences which is also the subject but the subject is acted on by the verb. The subject is changed by the verb. When the verb is changed, the subject is also changed. But not in the active voice, the verb is changed, the subject is changed. The subject will remain same, but the verb will change. Right now? So in the passive voice, the subject is changed, the verb also changes. Means the subject will follow the verb in the passive voice. The subject will follow the verb in the passive voice. But in the active voice, the subject will not follow the passive voice. Active voice. Right? Active voice, it itself completes the sentences. It doesn't depend. But passive voice follows the verb. The subject will follow the verb. How the verb will change, then the subject will also change. Right? Yes, come. We are going to see in the examples right now. A cake is made by me. I make a cake. I made a cake. A cake is made by me. So here the subject is changed. So then the verb is also changes. Right? Is and me. Made and me. Right? So the two. Made, subject is changed and the verb is also changed. Yes. Second one, news reports are written by reporters. News reports are written by reports. Suppose here reports write news reporters. Reporters write news reports. Right? And it comes when it changes into the passive voice, news reports are written by reporters. Written by. But here reporters write news reports. No changing in the subject, no changing in the verb. But here the changing in the subject, the changing in the verb. News reports are written. Verb changed, subject changed, verb also changed. right, ma? And the next, a brownie is being baked by Michael. A brownie is baking, ma. Sorry, yes. A brownie is being baked by Michael. Being changed, baked changed. Yes, the subject changed, verb changed. Verb changed, subject is also changed. Yes. Next one, new workers were hired by the company last year. The company will hire new workers. New workers were hired by the company last year. Right here it is in the future tense. But the tense will not change. The subject changes and the verb changes when you have to change into the active to the passive voice. Right? The tense will be remain as it is, but the subject and the verb will change compulsory. Yes. The letters had been delivered. Yes. The letters had been. Had and been. Suppose he had delivered the letters. Right? Subject is as it is, verb is as it is. But here the subject is changed, the verb is also changed. The verb changed, subject changed. The letters had been delivered. Yes. Next one, the letters have to be delivered. She has to deliver the letters. The letters have to be delivered. Next, last one, she must deliver the letters. The letters must be delivered. The letters must be delivered. Delivered. Right? Changed. Letters and also be, must be changed. Delivered, changed. Yes. So these are the passive. These are called the passive. Right? So active and passive are nothing but the two has the differences between them. What are the differences? Right? What are the differences between them? Active when it changes into the passive, you have to change the subject and subject is changed as the verb and verb has changed the subject. In the passive the subject follows the verb, but in the active the subject will not follow the verb because as it is the verb has changed also the subject will not change. That comes under the active. Differences between them. Active means that a sentence is a subject acts upon its verb. The sentences of a subject, it acts upon a verb. That is called the active. But passive means the subject, it recipient, it depends. Recipient is nothing but depends on the verb. That is called the passive. And also passive you have to recorrect, rewrite, moderation. You have to moderate and then you have to write. So then only it becomes the correct passive. Yes, ma? Yeah. Active and passive are also linked with the tenses. Present tense, past tense, future tense. Suppose present tense, I am taking the class for the students. I am taking the class in the online video, online class, live class, live. Now I am taking the class. It is live class. Yes, yeah. So yeah, present tense, past tense, and the future tense. Active. When the subject of a sentence performs the verb action, we say that the sentence is in the active. Sentences is in active have a strong, direct, clear tone. Here are some short and straightforward. Yes, come on, we have to go and look in the example. I make a cake. Straightforward, clear cut. Nothing depends on the active. Active is straightforward and also it is completed. Yes, it itself completes the sentences. Active. Second one, reporters write news. Reporter reports, or Michael is baking a brownie. He had delivered the letters. The company will hire new workers. She has to deliver the letters. She must deliver the letters. Right? So passive voice. Passive voice is nothing but a sentences which is the voice on the other hand when the subject is acted on by the verb. So the subject is follows the verb, acted on the verb. How the verb will act? Subject also same as it is verb. So that comes under the passive voice. When the passive voice is always constructed with a conjugated form of the plus the verb past participle. Doing this usually generated a preposition also. That sounds much more complicated. Right? Come to the examples here. Already I have written in the active voice that a cake is made by me. The verb changed and also subject also changed. Made me. Yes. News reporters are written by reporters. Are written. Changed. A brownie is being baked by Michael. Is being baked. Changing. New workers were hired by the company last year. Were hired. Were hired. The letters had been delivered. Had been delivered. The letters have to be delivered. Have to be. The letters must be delivered. Must be. Right? So when the subject is changed, so then the verb also changes. That comes under the active voice and the passive voice. The differences between the active voice and the passive voice. So I think you have understood, ma. So my name is Lavanya, lecturer in English, Giriraj Government College, Nizamabad. Thank you.